in January, I'm working out at my local gym, and I get a phone call saying, "You've just been traded to San Diego from Toronto." It was not Ross Atkins who called me, but one of the GMs at the time gave me a call, and it was Ben Sherrington. That's who it was. Ben
Okay.
Sherrington called me and said, "Hey, Connor, just wanted to say thank you for everything you've done with the Blue Jays, but we just traded you to San Diego. They'll be in contact with you in the next 10 minutes. Thank you for everything and goodbye." And that was it. No longer Blue Jay.
That is pure Moneyball. That was the whole conversation. Moneyball, quick, short. That's it. Done.
No longer a Jay, and I'm just shocked. Mid off season workout, and I get a phone call from San Diego from their assistant GM at the time saying, "Hey, Connor, great to have you. You know, we're looking forward to getting you out here to Arizona now in the spring, and we'll be in touch with future details." So just like that, in a span of, I was traded.
Who did you get traded for? Do you remember?
I was traded straight up for Clayton Richard, who was a big leaguer, the fifth starter that year in 2019 for the Blue Jays. So you think going into, wow, I got traded straight up for a big leaguer. This is going to be an amazing opportunity for me. And, you know, although I wanted to be a Blue Jay, being a hometown kid, make it all the way, even getting to next year AAA.
Yeah,
I
big.
went to school. I went to school in Buffalo.
Yeah.
That means something to me, you know. So I was a little upset, but also I was thinking, wow, this is a great opportunity. New org, being traded for a big leaguer, like this is my chance to, be a
Yeah.
guy. Um, and then if you want me to get into that story, I don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
I have
Go.
a
Let's
little bit.
go.
Okay, so go to spring training, fresh off back-to-back championships, Double A. Um, I loved Arizona. Spring training in Arizona 100 times better than Florida spring training.
Yeah.
Travel reasons, the weather, you name it. I loved it out in Arizona. Um, I went into the mentality I was going to be in the best shape. I was going to be the first one there, last one to leave. I did that. And I couldn't have made a better first impression, but that did not matter because at the time the Padres had the most prospects in Major League Baseball, and that's what they were very proud of. At the end of spring training, they call me in and say, "Hey, Connor, we love you as a player, but you know what? We just don't have a team for you right now. So you can either explore options with other teams or you can sit in extended spring training until a spot opens up on a team for you." So me being in Double A, I've never been to extended spring training in my life. And for your viewers, we can sort of explain what that is. Extended spring training is if you don't make a team at the end of spring training, you stay at the complex and basically practice with all the guys and play games and work out until either a spot comes or you get released. So Double A guy going to extended spring training was a pretty big, I wouldn't say blow to my ego, but like I'm just like, wow, like,
Yeah.
I don't know what more I could have done. And um now I'm in extended spring training. I'm at the time, I'm Double A player playing with like first year draft, second year draft guys. And there were a few other guys there too, like Chris Rowley. Remember him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Played with the Jays. He was
Yeah.
there. Dickerson, Dickerson, who was with the Giants for a while in the big leagues, he was there because he didn't have a spot. So
He was a pitcher, wasn't he?
no, he was an outfielder.
Dickerson. Okay.
Dickerson. Um, Great guys, but
Yeah.
I grinded down there. I did. So 3 weeks, 2 weeks pass. I'm playing, I'm grinding. I finally get the call. Hey, you're going to AAA. Get the call to El Paso. So it's El Paso, Texas, where their AAA team is. I also drove out to Arizona, so I have my car. So I drive there, super excited, like can't wait. First two games go by, I'm like coaching first base or on the bench. I finally get my first AAA start. I hit a home run in my first AAA start. Go like 2 for 4. Couldn't have had a better game, right? That day after the game, I get called into the office. Hey, Connor, you know what? A big leaguer's getting healthy, so we got to send you back down to extended. Awesome game, first impression. Thank you. I have to drive back to extended. I grind for another week or so. I get called up again in a week, and I'm going to Vegas. They're in Vegas on the road. So we're in Vegas. Same thing, on the bench, coach first one game, then I'm playing first base. My second start in AAA ever, grand slam and a double. Like, couldn't write this up better. 2 starts, 2 home runs. That same night, can you believe I get sent down again? So 2 starts, sent down. Grinding a little bit more, I get called up again to AAA, back in El Paso. My third start, I hit another home run. 3 starts, 3 home runs. I'm hitting 580 at this point. Like, numbers are through the roof. I get it's only 3 starts, but you can't have a better first impression like that.
Yeah.
I get sent down again after that game. So I'm collecting air miles at this point with American Airlines, just collecting these air miles. I get called up again after about 2 weeks. I'm in AAA for about a few more weeks, bench guy. I actually get to stay up there for 2 consistent weeks, right? 2, 3 consistent weeks, hitting 280. Pretty good for a bench guy. And then I get a call again, like Francisco Cordero or someone like that. Franchi Cordero, that's who it was getting healthy. So guess what? I'm the guy. I was the filler guy, I guess, that at that point. And I was being sent down. But guess what? There's no more extended, because extended only lasts a certain part until short season starts, which, like Vancouver, which was in June. So they couldn't send me there anymore. So I'm like, okay, I'm probably going to AA, Amarillo. Okay, that's fine. Maybe I'll play more consistently. Nope, they sent me to high A. So I went from AAA to high A, where I was playing once or twice a week, just behind their super prospects, like Gabriel Arenas, like there were guys like that who are now in the big leagues. The guy who led the league in stolen bases this year, Ruiz, he was on my team. So playing behind guys like that once or twice a week, it's hard to play well.
Yeah, to build momentum, to build the routine. Yeah.
So grind that out for about a month, and then coming up, I get a call, which is what we'll lead into, is my first Team Canada experience ever. Greg Hamilton calls me around that time saying, "Hey, Connor, would love to have you for the 2019 Pan American Games. It's in July. You're going to have to ask the Padres if they'll let you go." So I asked. They were totally fine with it coming up. And then, would you believe, 1 week before I have to head to Team Canada, the GM, not the GM, my coach in high A at the time, also some minor league coordinators were at the stadium in Lake Elsinore in California. And they call me in and they say, "Connor, you've produced, you've been a good player, but just with how our organization is right now, we just don't have room for you. As you can see, we've been moving you all over. We're going to have to let you go." And I got released.